Hi, and welcome back to Wicked Ones Tarot. My name is Carmen, and today we've got a reading for you. Seems to be a little bit of a macabre day, I'm not gonna lie. We've got the Death card and Justice in the reverse, but I heard dead men tell no tales, and I think that's the saying, anyways. This is somebody who seems to be quite lively for somebody who has passed over. So I feel like there is something here, evidence wise, or somebody who is really determined to figure out what happened in a cold case. So even though there has been a passage of time and no one's been able to figure out what actually happened in the situation, therefore justice being in the reverse, I get the feeling that somebody is going to come along and crack the code. So let's call in spirit with a little bit of wind chime time. Just a little. I hope you're having a good day. Hello, Pagan Ancestry. Hello, Michael. Hello, Key Controller. Hello, Nathaniel. Hello, Rainbow Warrior. How we doing? If you would like a personal reading, I would love to do one for you. My email address is wickedonestarot@gmail.com. And you can also join the membership. There's a link in the description box below the email address. It'll tell you about the 3 different tiers that I have starting at $3.99. Let's start with the Marigold Tarot and see what else we find out about this. King of Swords in the reverse. 3 of Swords. Magician in the reverse. We have somebody who has pretended to be upset or heartbroken over a situation that they actually caused. They are using their emotions as a shield, or they had been, because if they were able to put on the right kind of performance, they felt like they would be able to get away with what they did. So a little bit of an actor, a person who may have been able to find a way to kind of like contrive things to make it easier for themselves. A little bit of like a mastermind energy here. 10 of Swords in the reverse. 5 of Swords in the reverse. This is so much air energy. So if you think about it, all but the Magician, right? We have the King of Swords, the 3 of Swords, 10 of Swords, 5 of Swords, Queen of Swords. So air energy would be Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra. Libra is associated with justice, which we already had as well. So I feel like we have delayed justice coming through. And interesting too that we have kind of a bookend situation with the King and Queen of Swords both being in the reverse. I feel like we have 2 people being represented here that had lied, and one person who feels like they need to do something to make it right. So we could have had somebody that provided an alibi long ago that is having second thoughts now, or somebody who is interviewed at a much later date that kind of fudges or messes up the details, and it exposes that these 2 were lying long ago. 5 of Rings or 5 of Pentacles in the reverse. The Hierophant and the Hanged Man. I do think that this is a romantic partner that was feigning being heartbroken over the passing of their partner. Because the Hierophant would indicate a relationship. It didn't have to be married, but I would imagine it's fairly likely. But the 5 of Pentacles is in the reverse. It's like this wasn't a loss for this person. This was what they wanted to have happen. But the Hanged Man is clarifying the Magician in the reverse. They did something here that they felt kind of wrapped this up in a neat little bow, but they don't seem to comprehend that there's actually something that's about to like blow up in their face, or something that's going to unravel. So you're pretty proud of yourself, but they messed up, right? Hello, Khalil. How are you doing? I said likely, not lightly. So we've got the Ten of Wands clarifying the Ten of Swords. A completion of a cycle. I feel like this is about to get solved. This cold case is about to get some piece of evidence that really, can't use that one, helps bring it over the finish line. Star in the reverse and strength. Yeah, this Queen of Swords in the reverse lied long ago, but now they're telling the truth. Because it's bothered them. They have not slept well. They have not felt good about this. They feel like they knew something that they should have said a long time ago. I feel like this is incriminating evidence. They saw something, or they maybe even have, kept something that would get this person in trouble or make it clear who did what. This is the Black Tarot. What else do we have? I'm glad to hear that, Khalil. So we've got the Knight of Cups in the reverse and the World. Another reference to things ending. I think this person wanted their marriage to end or their relationship to end. They put on a show about being upset with the Knight of Cups in the reverse, moody, emoting, right? I don't think it was accurate. I think they were putting on a show. We've got the Eight of Swords clarifying the Hanged Man. They did something they felt. Okay, so they feel like everything's fine. They got away with it. This is part of why I know it's a cold case, right? It's been a while. They feel like it hasn't been solved, or they feel like they're safe. They're not going to get incriminated, but they don't realize that this Queen of Swords in the reverse, who has lied for them in the past, is having what would you call it? A crisis of conscience? Like, I need to do right by the situation, so I'm going to tell people what I know. The number 6 is important. Could be a reference to the month of June. We've got the Empress in the reverse, the Six of Wands, and the Six of Spheres, or Six of Pentacles. This is somebody who was there. They saw something. And whatever it is that they can offer in terms of clarifying this cold case, I do feel like it's enough to close the case. In other words, either you give me the direction where I need to go and I get the actual evidence that I need, or you actually have the evidence and I can be like, cool, we done here. Empress is in the reverse, clarifying the Ten of Wands. There's been manipulation, perhaps even internally. People who wanted to make this go away or didn't want to find the truth, either because they were working with the King of Swords in the reverse, or because the King of Swords in the reverse paid somebody off, because the Six of Pentacles can be about somebody who took a bribe. There may have been a pregnancy involved in this situation. You have Temperance, the Five of Wands in the reverse. It's like they feel like they got away with it pretty easy. Like, they're proud of themselves. This King of Swords in the reverse is like, I actually thought it was going to be more difficult, but you know what? Like, they just totally ate up whatever performance I gave them. They felt like, I was being honest, or that I really did feel for this person. I feel like they're kind of self-congratulatory, like, all right, I fooled them. It was great. A little bit of pride goeth before the fall, though, right? Hey, Laura, how's it going? Good for you. 9 of Spheres or 9 of Pentacles. Ace of Cups in the reverse. Another 9, the 9 of Cups. And the 7 of Wands. Yeah, it's the right time for some information to come out. I mean, it's really past time, right? But there was codependency and a lack of love. And there's a witness to this. So there could have been some issues in terms of judgment or being able to make the right call because of someone being inebriated. Or there may have been a codependent nature to the relationship between the deceased and the King of Swords in the reverse. Keep in mind that the King and Queen of Swords, they can be of any gender, right? This is just energy that I'm reading. The main thing that I'm seeing is one person sticking with the lie they told a long time ago because of self-preservation. Another person lied or provided an alibi and they're giving in. They don't want to do this anymore. They're going to tell the truth. 7 of Wands. They're going to choose a different side because they feel like right now is the right time. Really just want to let go of this burden. They don't want to feel responsible for something not being solved or responsible for, you know, this person getting away with what they did. I'd be shocked if we don't get at least one angel card here, but we'll see. Hello, Blessed. How are you doing? Oh, that's very sweet of you. I'm gonna join you on that. So we have happy family. And Archangel Ariel. The second chakra is about self-reflection. This is the person who's changing their mind and realizing they need to tell the truth about what happened. But I do feel like there was some sort of child involved with the happy family card coming out as well. We have the first chakra, Archangel Michael. This is about self-knowledge. And woman holding a heart. I think we have someone who feels guilt over what they know. They feel like they shouldn't have kept this secret for as long as they have. I do feel like there is affection, which is why we have the woman holding a heart, right? Again, it doesn't have to be a woman, but this is somebody who is saying, I have to do the right thing because like I can't go on pretending this anymore. This has been difficult for them to live with. This is The Truth Is. Hello, Aqua Beauty. How you doing, hon? Yeah. Lying energy for sure. More so with the King of Swords in the reverse than the Queen of Swords in the reverse, but this is what they want to undo. They want to tell the truth. We did mention something about codependency earlier, right? So there could have been some partying that made for a risky situation. This Queen of Swords in the reverse is ready to speak up. They've been quiet for a long time. This case has not been solved as a result, but they're ready to come forward. Sorry, I was trying to figure out, it looks like this could be the same girl. Maybe. I mean, at least we got like the white t-shirt on, dark hair. I feel like this is somebody who lied and now they want to be honest. Insecurities may be affecting your relationship. I do think that this King of Swords in the reverse tends to surround themselves with people that have insecurities. They may have their own insecurities, right? But they like to control others, and therefore they look for people that may have a low self-esteem. This is the Egyptian Tarot. Hi, Voyager. Ten of Wands in the reverse. Oh my. The Wheel in the reverse, which is the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse, and the World. Yeah, I think someone was able to procrastinate or kick the can down the street, delay some sort of consequences here, but they're about to get those consequences. They can't hold this back any longer, or they can't control this person. They can't control what's happening in the case. Two of Swords in the reverse. Someone's made a decision. Yeah. They may try to influence this Queen of Swords in the reverse. They may even get a little nefarious with it. But this Queen of Swords in the reverse is like, no, I'm telling the truth. I'm telling what happened. I'm going to make sure that somebody hears my story. They know what they're up against. They know that there's people that are not pleased with this decision. It's like, I know I could be dealing with like a real angry pit bull on the other side of this fence, or an actual dragon. But I got to tell the truth. And it creates a major problem for somebody's alibi. Yeah. If we look at this information that came in, if we see what this Queen of Swords is now saying, we can then figure out that this King of Swords in the reverse is lying, and that we need to look more closely at that Queen of Swords, or at that King of Swords in the reverse. We may have somebody that communicates, but also has like a written backup of what they wanted to do or say. Seven of Swords in the reverse. Seven of Pentacles in the reverse. You can't pay this person off. You can't convince them to change their mind. This truth is coming out no matter what. This person is not someone you could negotiate with. Just period. Knight of Swords and the Empress. Yeah, this is the truth about what happened to somebody who may have been a mother, or somebody who has that energy, right? They take care of other people. It doesn't have to be a female, but this is somebody who is kind and caring, and the truth is going to expose that this King of Swords in the reverse wasn't as heartbroken as they said when this person went missing or whatever happened. This is the Morgan Clear. King of Pentacles, Eight of Swords in the reverse, and the Emperor in the reverse. I mean, to be honest, this is kind of looking like a self-own, somebody who felt like everything was great, they'd gotten away with it, and they went on to do whatever the heck they wanted to do. But it's like they messed up the connection with this Queen of Swords in the reverse, or like they didn't necessarily respect that if this person knows, I don't think I should, oh gosh, this is just, if they know the truth, why would you want to like poke the bear or make them potentially mad at you? It's because this person thinks it's funny. So they felt like they had complete control over the situation. They weren't treating this Queen of Swords in the reverse right, or maybe even made threats, whatever it was. They poked the bear. Nine of Cups and a Fool in the reverse. You play with fire, you're going to get burned. You know, wish you had 9 cups of water. This person, it's like they try to bait people into arguments, or they like to assert their, dominance or their intelligence by like trying to like get people to fight with them, right? Strength in the reverse. Ace of Pentacles. They can't undo this. They have a weakness. They have something that is concerning, but they're trying to pretend like everything's fine. They are nervous, though. This person knows. Four of Cups, Page of Wands, Seven of Cups, and now this King of Pentacles or King of Swords in the reverse. They're like, oh, is this bad? Maybe I don't want to like provoke this person. Maybe I should be more respectful to this person. I feel like there's a warning that happens. It could be intuitive. It could be this Queen of Swords is like, you better watch what you say. You don't want me to tell people what I know. There's something that makes this King of Swords all of a sudden be like, oh, cheat. That might be a bad thing. Oh, no. Knight of Swords. I'm telling you, this Queen of Swords is like, I know. And I could, like, ruin you. It's like, keep at it. Let's see what happens. So the person who was threatening the Queen of Swords in the reverse is now being threatened by the Queen of Swords in the reverse. It's like, play the fire. You see. Three of Cups in the reverse. It's like the tables have turned. Now someone is no longer feeling like they have to be supportive of this King of Swords in the reverse. So it's like, I could tell people what happened to you. I'm not scared of you anymore. I've been working out. My muscles are bigger than yours. All right, this is the Love Oracle. It's a lot all at once, isn't it? Did I say hello to Diesel? What's up? How's it going? We've got healing, breaking point, and longing. I want to heal from my past. I want to let go of the things that I, let get to me for a very long time. I have gone through so much that I cannot delay this any longer. This is somebody who's saying, I know that there's risks. I know that there's a lot going on, but I feel like it's time for me to let go of this guilt. I've been wanting to tell the truth for the long time. She is literally screwing in a light bulb. There's something being brought to light. But this also makes me think of somebody who's getting like interrogated, right? Like just the one solitary light above, like, where were you? Possibilities, stress, apology. Yeah, this is like, I know that there's potentially going to be some problems. There's some risk. Maybe I might even have to like hide out for a little bit. But if I want to get back to like enjoying life and not thinking about this situation, if I want to let go of this tension or this stress that has followed me ever since this happened, I know I need to make it right. I need to apologize for being dishonest about that and let people know what really happened. But it's going to shock some people. They're not ready for this. There is definitely some sort of tryst or physical relationship that happens. It could be related to somebody who was expecting a child. But because of this situation, because there was somebody who, there was obviously a cold case, so there's probably somebody who has passed away. This Queen of Swords in the reverse felt like they had to remain loyal to somebody that they did not want to be loyal to. But now they don't have to be loyal. Now they don't have to support this person's story for some reason. This is the situations deck. Right? Ascension, spiritual path, awakening. This is our Queen of Swords in the reverse going through an awakening. They want to do the right thing. They're not going to lie anymore. I feel like they're being interrogated, or they're on the witness stand, or they're talking to the investigators. And this is somebody who's saying, no, I'm pretty sure that they were either not acting like they were in a relationship, or they were lying to you when they said that they weren't seeing that person. I feel like it's this King of Swords in the reverse said that they weren't interested in or pursuing the person who has passed away. And this investigation determines that that was a lie. Or this Queen of Swords in the reverse can provide evidence that these two were together. Yeah. This is saying there's, in the past, some attempt to make it seem like this King of Swords in the reverse had nothing to do with somebody, or had already broken up with somebody, or, you know, oh, we were just friends. But this Queen of Swords in the reverse is able to say, oh, no. Here's proof. Here's a picture of them together, or here's, you know, the receipt from all of us going to a restaurant, whatever it was. It's like, no. This person lied about whether or not they knew or were close to the person who who is no longer with us. We've got racing, avoiding, and running. It's definitely something to do with a car. There could be evidence pertaining to GPS or, you know, scratch on a car, interior fiber, something like that. But there was a connection that all of a sudden went cold. And that's what made this King of Swords in the reverse lose it. So we could have rejection leading to someone not being very calm. All right, this is the Path of Shadows. What else do we have? Hello, Nick. How are you doing? I could see that. Owl, wisdom, shadows, deeper truths, and abandoned carnival. What once was vibrant remains now silenced and still. This place held laughter, even if no one could tell, or if no one could believe. So something is in shambles. Something is not going well. A business, a relationship, perhaps. So for some of you, this is a relationship that is on the downward trend, and this Queen of Swords in the reverse is no longer willing to lie for their partner. For others of you, this is somebody who is realizing that the King of Swords in the reverse and their goings on, their business, whatever, is no longer of their concern, and they're going to be honest about what they saw there. But there is something here that is crumbling. I'm seeing, like, you know, abandoned, like escalator doesn't work. Sorry for the convenience. Mitch Hedberg. And if you don't know who Mitch Hedberg is, I'm disappointed in you. Go fix that. This is somebody who's saying shit's changed, okay? What you thought was awesome, or what you thought protected you, or what you thought was like actual loyalty, no, it's not a thing. Because this Queen of Swords in the reverse is telling the truth. Sharp insight, opportunities, and hidden potential. And this is something that piece of truth unlocks a lot of other things. Okay. This is not, I'm viewing this as like a skeleton key. I feel like that's like the actual word for it, but maybe I'm wrong, where I think that would open all the doors in a house, right? And then you could get specific, right? Isn't that right? The skeleton key could open anything with that same. This is like, there's more than one thing you're going to find out about. It's not just what happened with this person who passed away. Avoidance, which we had with this card. In the dance of shadows, I conceal and evade. Fear's veil keeps me distant in the dark's cool shade. They've been hiding out. They've been feeling like they got away with everything. They've been feeling like nothing could go wrong for them. And I feel like recently they found out or had reason to believe that ish was about to hit the fan. And they've been nervous. This is the Masonic Tarot. In this deck, pentacles are represented by mallets. And it's a little tricky, but the gold, it's not pentacles, is associated with fire. So those would be like the wands. What else do we have? Ace of Gold, which is the Ace of Wands. A second chance. Someone who wants to tell the truth. Five of Swords in the reverse. They don't want to be a part of the plan. They don't want to be a part of the plot. So 8 of Mallets or 8 of Pentacles. I feel like this is somebody who was involved or at least a witness to what happened or worked closely with this King of Swords in the reverse. And that's why they have this information, but they are able to share it now. They don't feel a sense of loyalty to this person, or they have this opportunity to be honest, and they don't want to lie anymore because it's been eaten away at them. 3 of Mallets in the reverse, 3 of Pentacles in the reverse. They don't work with this person anymore. 9 of Wands or 9 of Gold, and the 2 of Wands or the 2 of Gold. It's been a long time. This person has tried to do what was asked of them. Maybe there's an NDA. Maybe it's just, don't tell anyone this, but they can't guard this anymore. They feel like they have to take the other path. Maybe because legally they have to tell the truth, right? 3 of Cups in the reverse, right on top of the other 3 of Cups in the reverse. Or wait, was it over here? Can't remember. Yeah, no, it's right here. And the Ace of Mallets or the Ace of Pentacles. Ace of Pentacles is right here too. So these 2 cards were repeated. Yeah, this is somebody who's saying, this is my chance to do the right thing. You made me have to lie, or you forced me into being like your alibi or whatever. Like, I ain't got to do shit right now. I'm going to tell the truth because I want to be able to sleep at night. This person doesn't want to be a part of whatever this is. Page of Mallets or Page of Pentacles. Yeah, they were there at the beginning. Strength in the reverse. The World. This Queen of Swords in the reverse feels that the King of Swords in the reverse lives in their own little bubble. They don't really consider things the way other people do. And they give in to temptation constantly. So a bit immature, right? 6 of Cups in the reverse. Bad habits. Bad memories. Page of Cups in the reverse and the 10 of Wands in the reverse, or the 10 of Gold in the reverse. They've been overwhelmed by this. They don't want to be keeping the secret anymore. They want people to have access to the truth. I support that. All right, this is the Earth and Bone Oracle. What else do we have? So we have visionary, confidence, self-assured, passionate, self-worth, and vivacious. Serpent, number 32. Rebirth, nonconformity, new approaches, unconventionality, and beast, conflict, competition, arguments, aggression, tension, and oppressors. This is somebody who tried to have a fresh start, and maybe they were successful for a time, but the King of Swords in the reverse can't deny that there was something really incredible about this person who has passed. There's this like mystery or this desire to figure out what happened, and suspicion that whatever was agreed upon as like the likely, outcome, no, there was something else afoot. So I feel like there's people who don't believe like this is most likely. So in other words, there could be a conspiracy theory about this. The pack, inner work, community, deep connections, celebration, and soul tribe. Yeah, I feel like there's a group of people, maybe it's even like, trying to like solve a crime, right? They feel like this King of Swords in the reverse is guilty. So I feel like they figure it out before the professionals. This is the Kipper. We'll see if the courthouse comes out, or I think it's imprisonment. Concern number 33. Official person in the reverse. Number 22. So there's somebody here who did not do right by their obligations, especially if this was like an investigation where someone maybe might have taken a bribe. We've got somebody who is not doing the work that they should have in order to figure out what happened. We have distant horizons. I feel like where somebody was hurt and where they ended up, if you know what I mean, different places. They were moved with this change card. And then they might have done that in order to avoid legal. Yeah, I'm real focused on this globe. International waters. Occupation in the reverse. Unexpected income. Don't do your job and I'll pay you. How is this not the bribe right here? Don't do what you're supposed to. Don't find out the real cause of death and I will pay you money. Well, how much do your morals cost? Just curious. Yeah, I'm just curious. All right, this is the Cats Rule the Earth. Let's see what else we got. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I could live with that. So that could be the person who's telling the truth, right? Death in the reverse. Someone's been haunted. Because now I'm seeing scenes from The Sixth Sense in my mind. I feel like both these people have been haunted. Tell the truth. Tell the truth. It's like it's a thriller movie. What was that movie with Michelle Pfeiffer? What Lies Beneath? That kind of spookiness, right? Like, wasn't there like a message on the steamed mirror or something? There have been some creepy things that have been happening to these two people, and it's like, you better tell or it's going to get worse for you. This is why I like the truth, you know? Yeah, just telling the truth feels so good. Oh, Lord. Eight of Cups in the reverse. It's coming back on them. And What Lies Beneath was about the first wife coming back around, right? Yeah. To be honest, this is feeling like somebody's luck is running out. They cannot lie any longer about what happened in the past. An investigation is zeroing in on them, in part because somebody here, they don't want to be lying anymore. They feel like they have to be honest, possibly because they are literally being haunted. And they feel the only thing that would get them out of this difficult situation is if they tell the truth. Hermit in the reverse. 10 of Swords. 6 of Wands. People don't know the truth. They need to know the truth. Go tell the truth. I know you feel like it's a betrayal because you said you would be loyal to this person, but you betrayed me first. This is somebody I feel who's passed over, who is haunting, in particular, the Queen of Swords in the reverse, saying, you better make sure that that person gets their consequences. Yeah, 9 of Cups and the 3 of Pentacles. So this Queen of Swords in the reverse is going to tell a story, and possibly on the stand or possibly in like an interrogation room with some cops. But it's going to be, I was offered certain things to not be honest about what happened, or to look the other way, or to not do my job. If I was, you know, what is it, the medical examiner, because of more than one person who came through or came around and told me that I needed to do that. So I think this is about bribery. I think this is about somebody who passed away. And I think this is about somebody's cold case being finally solved. And I'm here for that. All right. I'm just going to say rest in peace, because there are probably a lot of people out there that don't. But also, the truth sets you free. Is that inappropriate to say? Because this person has felt trapped by this lie that they felt like they had to tell because they were supposed to be loyal to someone. Now they're not. All right. Thank you for the likes and the subscribes. I love you all. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you on the next reading. Toodles.